Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. My name is Karl Lee. I'm the Midwest Sales Manager for Noise Barriers. For today's webinar, I've selected three non-traditional type of applications using our sound control doors in the industrial, education, and government applications. These are all happening and are in production this year, and hopefully similar to possibly an application you might be looking at. The first application I'd like to present is in the education field, using our Quiet Slide horizontal sliding doors. Just a quick overview here. I think most of the products that we sell into education market are usually single leaf, double leaf doors. Occasionally, we'll have a large heavy-duty sliding door, and in this particular case, the Imlay City High School in Michigan presented us with an application, as you can see to the left here, a floor plan of where they have a large opening about 10 feet wide, 15 feet tall, and a traditional double leaf door would be, the opening is quite frankly too large to use a double leaf application. So what we provided is a single leaf heavy duty door, because of the project parameters were that they had ductwork entering through the wall above the door and only space to one side of the opening for the door. This door is about 10 by 16 feet, 5 inches thick, and has an STC rating of over 40. In bottom right corner here, you can see the actual door. It is a heavy door, about 3,000 pounds, so it does require a mechanical opening and close. And we advised not only on the door size, but also the overhead space that's required, the load force to open and close the door, and also structural requirements on the building itself to accommodate the weight of the door. So besides just designing the door for the application, we actively consult on all of the other aforementioned parameters to make it a safe door in operation. The second application is our Quiet Swing industrial door. And in this application, the client came to us. They make sound enclosures for their large generators, something that you might see outside of a hospital or a manufacturing facility. If they lose power, they could still provide power to the building itself. These generators are in excess of 3 megawatts. They're basically a giant 12-cylinder engine that create a lot of noise. It was very important for this customer that we provide a door, in this case, that matched their color and texture perfectly, as well as provided an aesthetic hidden hinge application here. So as I said, the parameters are a 4-sided frame. In this case, there's no threshold plate. They did want the door to install in less than 30 minutes, since this is going to go on an assembly line. And then and also hidden hinges for aesthetically pleasing appearance, very important for this particular application. And you can see some of these renderings that we were able to export from a 3D model that we created for the door. This is the actual door. So our product line called the Alexis door fit this application. We incorporated a 4-sided frame. It comes fully assembled with a door and hardware. So basically all the client has to do is unpack it from the wooden crate, tip it up into their clear opening, and secure with bolts and self-tapping screws in under 30 minutes. The last case study I'd like to go over pertains to a government application. And an overview of this, before I get into detail, is this actually originated from the beginning of COVID-19. This is with the United States Air Force. They were looking for a solid structure that had the flexibility to be reconfigured for different size footprints, and it's obviously used for mobilizing highly contagious patients. In this picture to the left, you see this is their current application. They actually use plastic walls and such. It's very difficult to sterilize, which is part of the reason they approach noise barriers to look at more of our hard-sided patient isolation rooms. The project parameters were, as I said, reconfigurable to up to 900 square feet. We needed to provide a plenum so that they could put an HVAC unit on the top to create negative pressure in their environment to contain the contagious COVID-19. These rooms needed to be fully assembled as they are loaded onto the C-17 transport plane, but also reconfigurable on the bottom to match their rails in the belly of the plane so that they could slide and so they can be slid and secured on the plane in transit. And then obviously, because the walls are hard-sided, they do have the ability to be disinfected. Our solution, our audiometric room / patient isolation rooms. If you don't know our products here, these panels do fit into our patent channel design. They can be popped on and off and reconfigured very easily without any tools, screws, or bolts. We were able to reconfigure the bottom floor channel to accommodate the rails on the C-17 and easily lifted with a forklift from a delivery on a flatbed truck to the plane itself. Our panels are designed to be installed without any bolts or screws, like I mentioned, and the rooms are easily reconfigured to whatever size they might want. And this is a 3D exploded model. Hopefully it shows up on your screen here. You can see all the different configured parts here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but we were able to incorporate windows, doors with full glass, and obviously top panels to accommodate any type of heating and ventilation to create that negative air pressure within the room. So I'd like to just review quickly, you might know it already, but the key advantages of the noise barrier sound control doors. As I mentioned, they do install like a window because they come fully assembled. There really is zero construction mess. It's all custom wood crates that they arrive in. The wood is completely recyclable, and our instructions are very easy. They're not more than one page, and all of our products are USG, ASTM tested products. And as I mentioned a few slides ago, our door comes fully assembled. Huge advantage where a lot of our competitors, they come into several pieces. You know, we advertise 90 minutes or less. I think I talked a little bit about the other generator set enclosure. It was 30 minutes or less. And I think if you see the field installation out of our competitors, they're typically an entire day for 1 or 2 people to install. And why is that important? Here's a cross section of the door. What really gives it the STC value is our ability to fully seal around the entire perimeter of the door. And because our doors come fully assembled, we guarantee the STC value in the field. So if this is a top view cutaway of the door, here's your leaf, here's your frame, and then here's your gasket that's compressible, obviously. So when you close the door, you have 100% seal. In this case, this is a cutaway of the actual generator door that we manufactured. And you can see that it's easily assembled by using several self-tapping screws that go right into the bracket and into our door frame to secure the door in place. Also like to mention standard hardware for acoustic doors, that obviously we can accommodate any specific needs that you might need with your specific hardware, but we do offer a standard line of mortise locks, closers with hold open options, thresholds, kick plates, door stops, and panic devices, also electrified as well. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions or comments, please contact me at klee@noisebarriers.com. Thank you for joining us, and have a nice weekend.